It has to be done. There is no alternative. You can complain. You can cry. You can say you're tired. You can say it's unfair. You can say it hurts. You can say it's too much. But at the end of the day, life doesn't care. Results don't care. Your future doesn't care. The work still has to be done. You want a better body? Work for it. You want better grades? Study for it. You want a better career? Build it. You want a better life? Earn it. There is no shortcut. There is no easy road. There is no magical moment where everything gets simple. There is only the grind. There is only the discipline. There is only the effort you put in when everything in your body is telling you to stop. You don't get to choose an easier path. You don't get to negotiate with reality. You don't get to wish your way into success. Because the world doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you work for. And when that work is painful, when it's heavy, when it feels impossible, that's the moment that decides who you become. Some people quit, some people fold, some people freeze, but the ones who keep moving, even slowly, even shaking, even doubting themselves, they win. Not because they're gifted, not because they're lucky, but because they understood the simplest, hardest truth. It has to be done, and they did it. Now, if it hurts to change, and it hurts to stay the same, which pain are you choosing? Because doing the work is painful. Waking up early is painful. Training when you're tired is painful. Studying when you don't feel like it is painful. Being disciplined when you want comfort is painful. But let me tell you something. Regret is far more painful. Looking back at your life and realizing you wasted your time, that hurts. Realizing you had potential you never used, that hurts. Knowing you could have been great but settled for average, that hurts in a way you can't fix. So yes, growth hurts. But staying the same hurts more. At least the pain of growth takes you somewhere. At least it builds you. At least it transforms you into someone stronger, sharper, more capable. The pain you feel in the grind, that's not punishment. That's progress. Every rep, every hour, every disciplined choice, it's shaping you into the version of yourself you keep imagining. But imagining is not enough. Planning is not enough. Dreaming is not enough. You have to work, day after day, week after week, month after month. That version of yourself you want, the disciplined one, the successful one, that person is built, not wished into existence. And that building process, it's uncomfortable, it's exhausting, it's lonely, it's repetitive, but necessary. Because at the end of the day, it has to be done. Look, everything you want has a price, and avoiding that price doesn't make it disappear. It just makes your regret heavier later. You want strength? You're going to feel tired. Your muscles will burn. Your mind will tell you to quit, and nobody's going to carry you through it. You want discipline? You're going to face days where you hate the routine, hate the grind, hate the feeling of doing the hard thing when everyone else is relaxing. You want to get good grades, build a skill, start a business, create a future you can be proud of. You're going to spend hours sitting with material you don't understand yet, work that feels slow, tasks that feel boring, moments where you doubt if you're even capable. That's the real price. Not money, not luck, not talent. It's the willingness to keep going even when it's uncomfortable, even when today doesn't feel special, even when motivation disappears completely. And most of the time, the hardest part isn't the work, it's the silence. It's waking up early while the world sleeps. It's saying no to distractions that used to give you instant dopamine. It's logging off when everyone else is still scrolling. It's studying while your friends are playing games. It's working out even when no one is watching, no one is cheering, no one is congratulating you. It's not glamorous, it's not fun, but it's necessary. There is alternative. If you don't pay the price of discipline now, you will pay the price of regret later, and regret costs more. People say things like, life is unfair, and life is unfair, but that doesn't stop it from demanding everything. It doesn't pause just because you don't feel like trying today. It doesn't slow down because you're tired. It doesn't hand out rewards for wanting something, only for working for it. You can cry, complain, feel frustrated, feel overwhelmed, but the reality doesn't change. It has to be done, not because someone else told you, not because society expects it, not because you need to prove anything to anybody. It has to be done because you said you wanted something. And the moment you said that, the moment you created that vision in your head, you signed an invisible contract with yourself. A contract that demands effort, discomfort, consistency, and whenever it gets hard, and it will, you have two choices. Quit and go back to the life you said you didn't want. Push through and become the person you said you wanted to be. That's it. Those are the only options. There is no magical shortcut, no secret formula, no cheat code. You can either put in the work, or you can accept the results of not putting in the work. You don't have to love the grind every day. You don't have to be excited every morning. You don't have to feel powerful every time you show up. You just have to show up. Because discipline isn't about loving the process. It's about doing it even when you don't. The pain, the discomfort, the tiredness, that's not a sign to stop. That's the sign you're doing what most people avoid. That's the sign you're moving forward, even if it's slow. That's the sign you're becoming someone stronger than you were yesterday. You don't grow from comfort. You don't grow from ease. You grow from choosing effort when your brain is begging for the opposite. And every day you choose effort, you build a future that feels different from the life you're living now. You said you want more. Fine. Just understand this. More isn't free. It costs sweat. It costs focus. It costs consistency when the excitement fades. It costs you choosing what's right over what's easy. Hundreds of times. There's a moment in every journey where the pressure hits harder than you expected. Not the physical pressure of waking up early or doing the reps or studying for hours, but the mental pressure, the pressure of responsibility, the pressure of expectation, the pressure of knowing that your life is in your hands now. And that's when most people quit, not because they're weak, but because they were never taught that pressure isn't the enemy. Pressure is the weight that shapes you. Think of it like this. If life never challenges you, you never change. If it never feels heavy, you never get stronger. If it never forces you to stretch, you stay exactly where you are. And you know that staying the same isn't an option anymore. So when life gets difficult, don't take it as a sign that you should stop. Take it as a sign that you're being rebuilt. Most people run from pressure. They hide behind excuses. They blame their environment, their past, their circumstances, their feelings. But pressure isn't there to punish you. It's there to reveal you. It's only when everything feels heavy that you see your real limits, and then you push past them. It's only when you're tired that discipline becomes real. It's only when you're doubting yourself that belief starts to matter. It's only when you're struggling that growth is happening underneath it all. You don't become stronger by choosing what's comfortable. You become stronger by refusing to give up when it's not. Your future doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're not in the mood. It doesn't care if today was stressful or boring or uncomfortable. It doesn't care if you feel like quitting. Your future only cares about what you do. Consistency isn't built on motivation. It's built on responsibility. The responsibility to show up. The responsibility to take action. The responsibility to do the thing you promised yourself you would do. You see, your feelings are temporary. Your excuses are temporary. Your problems are temporary. But the life you build from your actions, that's permanent, and that's why it has to be done. At the end of the day, there is no magical solution coming, no perfect moment, no hidden shortcut, no easier path waiting for you around the corner. It's you, your effort, your discipline, your consistency, your decisions. Life is not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to step up. It's asking you to push when you're tired, to believe when you doubt yourself, to take responsibility for what you want, to stay committed even when nobody's watching. And yes, it's asking you to suffer a little. Not because suffering is noble, but because growth demands discomfort. Progress demands sacrifice. Success demands that you keep going when most people would stop. There is no alternative. Not if you want the life you keep talking about. Not if you want to become the person you know you could be. Not if you want to look back one day and actually be proud. It has to be done. Not tomorrow. Not later. Not when you feel ready. Now. Even when it hurts. Even when you're tired. Even when nobody understands. Because the day you stop negotiating with your excuses is the day your real life begins. You're not waiting for the world. The world is waiting for you.